Okay. You need to get back to the Thranta. Unfortunately. There's Imperials in this station. You want to do the same deception check as before? Try and swoosh your way out of here?
Aren't as many people around now, so a walking trash can is probably not as subtle. Are there any paints around?
This is a club.
Yeah, this is a club.
Are there any
paints around?
Why don't you give me a perception 2 difficulty check? Actually, 1 difficulty. This is a simple.
1 difficulty? Okay. Perception. Yeah.
Yeah, you do find some glow paint.
Cool. Great.
We have a couple of bright colors.
Good. I'm gonna approach the R5 droid very carefully with the paint.
It slowly wheels backwards away from you.
I'm just gonna keep kind of backing it into a corner. And then I'm gonna just say, we have to get you there safely. This will wash off. I've only done this once before. Your safety is not guaranteed.
That is a deception check.
What's the difficulty?
Difficulty 1.
Difficulty 1. You got it.
There's like a resigned boop from R5T3.
Good.
And it like secures itself in an upright position.
I'm painting it glowy.
It's like
specifically
glowy.
going over the red bits, because the red bits are going to be the bits that the glow paint.
And so, considering it's like teal and like glowy neon green, it kind of just makes it look like a really, like, it is not a stealthy thing. It's actually less stealthy than before, but it's not explicitly the same color as the droid they're looking for.
Yeah, precisely. Stealth in a lack of subtlety, in a way.
Well, I just want to know when you used body paint before.
You don't want to know.
No, I really do.
It was the last time I was here, and I don't want to talk about it.
How embarrassing.
Yeah, you know, it was a thing. Anyways,
there's a thing.
Shall we head back to the Thranta?
Yep.
You might want to put that away if we're going to be, going subtly.
We want to look like good Emperor-fearing Imperial citizens.
Fine.
I know.
Put it away.
Alright.
R5 wheels up behind you on its 3 legs, little trail of paint. Following it. Just a little. Just a little bit.
Just gonna wipe behind it quickly.
I think this is cool checks, and I want cool checks from each of you. Simple, difficulty 1. This is easy. I keep saying simple for 1, but simple is none. Then is easy, then is normal, then is... So, difficulty 1, cool checks. To walk casually.
Dick rats. I'm gonna take the strain for my threat, just to avoid having anything too terrible.
That's not good.
Well, as you leave, this door opens up into the main street. And at this point, a lot of people have been, segmented into their place in lines. There are a couple of stormtroopers who are walking down the street, looking around. This is to see if you do fly casual. The stormtroopers, the 2 of them, are going to make a perception check. I just need to find their perception. Doop. Okay. Is perception presence or willpower or cunning? Which one is it?
It is cunning.
It's cunning.
Hold on.
That's good for you.
Good.
Oh dear.
It's not good for us.
You guys start walking the street, and like you get around the corner, and there's many things that throw them off. For one, you know, Voka, when you see stormtroopers marching down, and they're white, like these are clean stormtroopers too, fresh from the wherever to get their suits clean. You know, it just feels with a little bit of energy and all of you like trying to be extra casual, and your droid leaving a trail of paint. There is kind of like a look at that. What are these? And they will walk up, raising their guns, blaster carbines. Like, hold up, we want to see some identification.
I'm gonna walk up to them, very casually. I'm gonna produce my identification.
Okay.
Which I have legitimate
Yeah.
identification.
You wanna basically charm the pants off of them so you're not suspicious.
Well, I'm presenting them with my real ID. But
Yeah,
that does not mean I'm going to be telling them the truth about anything.
Okay. In which case, give me a deception to try and basically put them on the wrong trail. You're using nuggets of truth, so I will give you a blue.
Okay.
It will be. I'm going to do it one difficulty as well, and then they'll be doing the same check using their something. They'll use discipline. That's really good.
That's really good.
That's really good. I just need to check what ability discipline uses.
Discipline
Will.
is... Yeah, will.
So they're actually pretty good at this. They are stormtroopers after all. Oh, but you get one more advantage. So in this context, you do absolutely beat them out. And it is this kind of discussion. They like ask where you're from, and when it says you're from Alderaan, that is immediately suspicious. And that sort of thing. But you do kind of how do you put them on the wrong route?
I essentially just say, like, you know, we were literally just flying through the space, and my astromech blew. We just got him repaired, fresh paint job, and
I knew that was going to be part of it. Fresh paint job.
I'm just trying to get back to my ship so I can go back to Alderaan. I really just need to go home and see my family. That's really.
Why would you get a new droid in a place like this?
Because this is where I could land. Because my ship overheated. The droid, the navigation droid, exploded. This was the only place that I just happened to fall out of when we were in hyperspace, and my droid exploded. And this was the nearest station that I could find.
They look at each other, you know, blank helmeted faces, hand the ID back. It's like, looks like it's your lucky day.
I appreciate it. And hey, it's nice to see you guys. And just out of curiosity, have you ever flown one of the you know, the fighters that screech?
TIE fighters.
Those ones, yes.
Any pilots fly the fighters.
Oh,
We shoot
sorry,
troublemakers.
Fair enough. I've just always been curious because the sound is very, very.
There's a rattling in like the street, and it's the street that you hid in earlier with all the wires in front. I was like, we should check that out.
Oh, have a good day.
There's a point where they're walking, like while they're leaving and going down to check that out, where they've all got their backs turned. Roger twitches a little. Just.
I salute them.
I should note the entire, like, as soon as they are like not looking anymore, I do the motion on my lower back for Voka to stand down because I can feel his intensity behind my back right now.
And you head back to the Thranta. Like I said before, the starport is out of the way. Ways from the city center, ways from the chaos. Which means, of course, untouched by the recent attempts at Imperial control. You get back in and look at the ship. One more panel has fallen off the front than earlier. Passage of time.
Repairing montage.
It's a repairing montage, absolutely. I am going to need you to make an engineering check, Gratz. It is going to be against no difficulty. This is because the ship is flyable.
So that's just my mechanics?
Mechanics, yep, mechanics, no difficulty.
Okay.
The ship is flyable, it's just how quick you fix it up, and you got a triumph! Triumphs are crits, basically. So, this is really quick, because you have a bunch of people to boss around. You have a droid, and whatever the hell Voka is. You don't really know. He might be a droid. He's got the face. He's got a droid face.
Orange
And I'm
So you-
rearranging the cockpit.
You boss them around, you rearrange the cockpit, more people are going to have to get the old fold-up seats, things like that. Luckily, the cockpit on this ship, because it is a class freighter, is not the Millennium Falcon really cramped. It's quite long, there's space. So, you can have everyone in here. Not when they need to be, but this would be great for controlling the weapons. Yeah, fixing up the ship takes no time at all. Making sure the things that dangle no longer dangle. Making sure that everything is oiled up, and this is mostly, making sure that, okay, this ship is seen better days. But it does not, this way, it does not crap out on you in the worst moment. Now, actually, I was going to give you a penalty to some things due to the ship's condition. You've actually recanted that. You've removed that difficulty, which you weren't going to do with this check, but that's a triumph for you. Especially it's the Navic-computer, which is busted. As soon as R5 gets into it and plugs in, you can see like the computer screen like fill in with the galaxy coordinates, and it's especially the Commodore run between here and Alderaan is very well detailed in this droid. Done it a bunch of times as planets that aren't on the major route and stuff like that. And he just like fills in and is doing his detail and is like pre-planning some coordinates. And Carrie will say, and this is when you're getting everything up and together, leaning over kind of the space where R5 has plugged itself in, and say, he believes he can get us out of here. We just need to outrun the fighters they will inevitably send when we take off.
Yep.
At this point, I'm just gonna kind of come up from like some panel in the floor and just like emerge into the cockpit and close it behind me and just be like Jack, are you
Jewel of Fate starts playing.
As he
you
like
aware-
slowly raises into the cockpit.
Are you aware that this ship has been using 3 power converters this entire time? I'm gonna say that means no. You're supposed to be 5 in there.
Yes.
There is now.
Good.
So
Great.
hopefully
Glad.
this droid won't explode into a horrible gory mess like the last one did.
Yeah.
And I'll just tap the droid like, don't worry, buddy, you'll be fine.
As I said, turning to Carrie, we're making efforts to make this a much safer ship to be in.
I mean, it's as safe as it's gonna be now.
Good.
Which is still like staggeringly unsafe. But
Carrie,
it's as safe as this ship can be.
Carrie says, I am not concerned about its safety. If it crashes out in space, I'll be fine. But I'm concerned about you boys and girls.
Fair enough.
I'll be fine for a little while.
I won't.
Alright,
But
time to flick
Okay.
the switches, light the ship up.
Where are the guns on this thing? Because I know we've got 2 forward mounted,
All of your
right?
guns face forward. All of them are forward. So basically,
Okay.
this ship is this type of ship is famously used by mercenaries and bounty hunters who are pretending to be cargo pilots because all of the guns are hidden on the front of the ship, and there's 2 on the back, but they face forward turrets. So you control them from the front in the cockpit.
Oh, okay. Then
This
yeah,
isn't like a Millennium Falcon where you go and
Sit
you
in
have a
something,
place
no.
where you control multiple panels and wheelie doos and things like that.
So I take my place at the gunner seat then.
Yep. Gratz, I have an honest question for you, and I need an
Yeah.
honest answer.
I give nothing but honest answers.
The
I'm like an
likelihood
open
of you receiving an honest answer is 30%.
Yes. Well, what I need to know is
That's pretty good, I think, actually. Name one other person in this entire space station that's going to give you a 30% honesty rate.
at least. Anyways, look. Bottom line, what I need to know is, can you take direction?
Can I take direction? I'll
Yes.
take you any direction you want to go.
No. Can you take direction if I give you a command with regards to piloting? Because I'm going to be piloting this, and if I need a co-pilot, I need them to know what they're doing enough to actually take the direction that I'm going to give them.
Oh, yeah, of course.
Good.
I've flown a ship or 2 in my day.
Good. Take the co-pilot seat then.
Copy that, and then I'll take a seat in the old co-pilot chair.
It's funny, as the chair that Carrie was kind of hovering over.
Yeah.
She just straightens back up.
Carrie, we have a few guns, and they're going to be mostly handled by Voka, but I absolutely need to make sure that they are supported properly, and I think you are the best person to do that. Can you aid Voka in making sure the gunnery process goes smoothly?
There is a somewhat clunky nod.
Good. Great.
And she plugs herself into, like, the gunnery station.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shall we?
Okay then.
I have the image of classical music starting up. When you turn the ship, like, on and, like, it thrums to life.
Light of the bumblebees.
Straight up.
Alderanian classical.
It will remind you of Phantom of the Opera.
Well, that's not a good. No, we don't want that music. I think there's bad things happening.
Nothing bad happens in Phantom of the Opera. It's a love story.
It is a love story. Okay.
Okay.
Boot it up.
The ship hums to life and you start taking off. Immediately, all of you can see on the scanners. Well, scanners is mostly Grat's job. This is very, like, there's not much else going on right now, so you can all very easily tell the 2 TIE fighters that were parked get up, take off, and start heading in your direction. So, it's time for a space fight. It's time for a space fight. How does the space fight work? Let's find out.
Well, the space
It
fighting I
is
remember
mildly more
interesting.
complicated than regular combat. But
Ooh,
it
it's
is essentially the same. So, it is going to be you guys' initiative versus their guys' initiative. I just need to work out how it works. One day, you all make cool or vigilance checks. R5 and Carrie will be just giving bonuses when appropriate, instead of making their own character stuff until relevant.
Oh, so we get to choose if it's cool or vigilance? Or is it we have to do cool?
Wait. Yeah, this would be cool. Because you're getting into a
unfortunately.
fight deliberately. Sorry, the wording is not as simple.
He's okay. We don't put difficulty on that, do we?
Nope, this is no difficulty, and the Imperial pilots will do the same as well.
Not bad.
Cool is
So,
is cool willpower or Cunning.
Cool is presence.
Oh.
Uh-oh, that's not a good sound.
Okay.
Oh, that's
Actually not
okay.
Bad.
That's actually good. So it's two of you, then the ties, then
Yep.
one of you.
So same as before.
Same as before. Isn't that easy? So, it's basically the same concept aside from the way some of the space combat works is a little bit more specific, especially when it comes to speed. Now, I'm going to assume that you have time to get the Thranta up to speed. Actually, that's not true. You're taking off, so you've gone from speed 0 to speed 1. When it's exactly the same for the ties, who right now would actually be close range away from you, because you're taking off from the same space station. In the terms of space combat, that is not very far away, but you do have the advantage of slight speed. So, I would recommend going to the section of space combat maneuvers in your book and looking at some ideas. One of the things the pilot can do is accelerate. Some things only the pilot can do, right? Does that mean the co-pilot can do it? Yes? I think that the co-pilot might be allowed to accelerate the ship but not fly it, and stuff like that. I'll allow that on this ship anyway. It's a big freighter. So there's some stuff only the pilot can do, so whatever the pilot is doing, you might want to plan right away. For example, accelerating the ship, so that you are going faster. Speed 1, is gear 1. It's not very useful. Speed 2 would be more useful, especially because one of the things you're going to need to do is basically get as far away as possible. That's your goal for this fight, assuming that R5 can do a quick astrogation.
Yeah. So I guess we need to get the astrogation first. That should be our first.
Can't do it until they're out of the
Can't
well.
do it until out of the way. Okay.
Yeah. You need to get far enough away for R5 to then get a successful check.
So I'm gonna punch it.
Okay.
Yes!
Immediately go to its maximum speed. Straight on the vehicle. It suffers 1 point of system of every speed between its current speed and maximum speed. What is the maximum speed of that ship?
3.
Okay, so it's only 2 points of strain. That's not that
Only
bad.
2 points
Ship's-
of strain.
ship's strain.
This is...
Excellent.
I love
added it.
punch it.
I've added it to our ship as well on the ship sheet. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
That happens, and it's great because there's Carrie just standing there who doesn't rock at all, but all of you are just like zoom over a lot of this station and start with that great speed, actually getting away from the station. Who's gonna go next?
Okay. I can do some damage control to try to mitigate some of that strain that the ship has taken.
I think that's a great.
Yeah.
I can
Yes.
roll a mechanics check.
Absolutely. You don't have much system strain, so I'm going to assume it's an easy check. How much is the strain threshold?
It says difficulty depends on how.
Yeah, on
damage is-
how much is the strain threshold on the ship?
Oh, I don't know.
The threshold is 16.
It's only a difficulty 1 then.
Okay. Just straight mechanics.
1/8 damage. Right?
You immediately fix that up.
No strain back. Or,
No strain back. You
down to
You activate the, various coolants and things like that, so the engine stops overheating from going so fast. This is excellent.
Make it purr.
And the great thing about Punch It is you don't actually move away from them. Unless, of course, they're... I have to check a bunch of stuff.
Don't we move in the turn as well, or we
Punch It
always
is kind of its own
move?
thing. You're always moving, yeah. It's on a galactic
Yeah.
scale, right? On a galactic scale. On a space combat scale, just because you've gone to max speed doesn't actually mean you've moved away from the person chasing you. That is
Yeah,
a separate
don't we?
roll.
It's
assumed
something
that-
about like moving bands based on how much more
absolutely.
speed
you're
you
still,
have than
You're
them.
still in
yeah.
the same rate. You're still in close range with the ties. The question is, what are they going to do? Are they going to shoot you? Are they going to try and stay on target? Are they gonna punch it themselves? Well, I need to get a TIE Fighter stat block up on a different page, so I also have the rule books open, so I don't break my brain. So let me do that. Let me do that! Excuse me! Okay. Your regular TIE Starfighter has a higher speed. So they're actually not going to punch it, assuming that they can, you know, they see you speeding up and the engine's flaring. They're actually going to just fire. There's two of them chasing you, but they are minions, so they're basically considered the same entity. I am going to give them a blue dice because there are two of them on this check. I am just getting all the numbers that I need. I'm galaxy braining right now. Okay. Up, fire forward. That's excellent. Range close. Linked one. Linked one! Here we go! Tangent number one, please. Can one of you find out what link does? I have too much open already.
Yeah.
I can start prepping their roll. Nice and simple. Now, does your ship have any defense?
Yes. There's one aft and two forward.
Oh, excellent.
Okay.
So you do it?
For each rank of linked a weapon has, you can spend 2 advantages on a successful attack to hit the same target again for the same damage. Note that the second hit is also reduced by soak.
So it can shoot twice?
It's auto fire is what it is.
I'm gonna have to look this shit up.
Well, that's what the Reddit says anyway.
So we have 4 armor as well, which I'm assuming is our soak.
Yeah. Sorry, there's a thing.
No, it can hit twice.
Yeah. I gotta look up gun.
Isn't
Gun,
that
gun.
what I said?
You have a
That's
same...
what you said,
Yeah.
Yeah, but somehow I still managed to not not brain either of them. It's a 2 difficulty though. I'm just gonna roll it and then we'll see what's up. You're good.
Good. No advantages.
It
nothing.
doesn't shoot. The TIE start shooting after you, but that burst in speed means that they're shooting at where you were. A couple of very, very glancing shots snap by the back of you, which are actually going to give you 1 strike on the ship. But
Oh, you know what it probably means? You know how TIE fighters shoot the 2 shots at once?
Mhm.
So it's that. So
Yeah,
you're
yeah,
likely to hit the same target twice. Yeah.
Absolutely. Cool.
Okay. So it's my turn now.
Fire. At that point.
Can I shoot them? Are they in front of us? Because
They are
behind us.
behind.
Can I aim?
The guns don't shoot backwards.
No, but like the maneuver aim, as in like just.
No, because you can't aim at something that's not there yet.
Okay. So if I remember
You
right,
can do other stuff, bunchling, but
yeah. If I remember right, I can give up my thing to give us something like a.
You gain the advantage? No, that's not. That's.
I can't. What page is the Starship Combat at? Because I can't find it.
232.
I knew Starship Combat would be an Orco, but that's why we start.
There's a
aha.
link to it that's just got everything kind of
Okay,
broken
that's
down. right
exactly
there.
what I... Yeah,
That's exactly what I want. That's much better.
that's excellent.
Okay.
So they're behind you, they're close, but you have the speed advantage. You're going to be able to get away very easily soon.
Angle deflector shields. Any crew maneuver, I can angle deflector shields, so I can sort of angle reassign 1 point of defense from one zone to another.
So you got 1 extra in the front, or you got 2 in the front, so you can bring another 1 to the back, giving you 2 defense in the back.
That's probably a good idea.
Yep,
So
that is
I'll
a good
do that
idea.
now.
Okay. Top of the round. You have a gazillion speed.
Yep.
Yep.
So like we're gonna
Now you have speed 4 right now. 3, 4.
3. We cap it 3. That's.
If you use a starship maneuver, you can move between close range to short range.
Yep. And I mean, I think so.
You can also take strain on yourself
on myself.
to double move, which would take you from to medium.
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna take the strain on myself to double move us
Cool.
here, out to medium range.
Don't know if you're meant to be able to do that, but that's how the other one works. Excellent. And you know what? It would make sense if you take strain on yourself and the ship. That would make sense. You're double pushing it.
Okay.
Who wants to take the second turn?
I mean, I can, just because, yeah, I guess I might as well. I will boost the shields in the rear of the ship, which is an average 2 difficulty it's a 3 difficulty mechanics check, and it can boost one zone by 1 point. And the ship suffers 1 strain. And it lasts a number of rounds equal to successes rolled.
Absolutely.
So I'm gonna try and do that. So it's 3 difficulty. Mechanics.
It's 3 successes. That's good. You're good. You rolled with that is a completely wrong roll. You're gonna want to re-roll that. No, it's me. I did it. It's my fault.
Oh my
Please do it
lord.
again. Anything I set up for an NPC is gonna flow over. So that's still good.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Okay, so yeah, I am basically just doing some technological skullduggery to make the shields boosted in the rear, i.e. where they are going to be shooting us.
Boosted rear. Okay.
By 1 point for 3 rounds.
So we currently have 3 in our aft shield.
You do currently have 3 in the aft shield. Luckily, they're out of range, so they're gonna have to go up to speed. Seeing how far you're getting away, they're gonna have to punch it themselves to get up to you. Now, they're faster than you when they do this, so they start catching up greatly.
Oh dear.
This takes them a turn. You know, this is ship combat's been going on for a bit. You're flying, you're weaving, you're moving through the ring of a planet. You see them screaming, screeching as they are speeding up behind you, but they need more time to get behind you. When they are, they're gonna be able to fire and continue to chase, and it's gonna be hard to do a astrogation when they're on your tail. Voka, what are you doing?
It doesn't say here, but I could swear there was a way I could give up my turn to give a benefit to the next person or something. Because there's nothing I can really do here.
Fire discipline, leadership, or discipline check grants a boost die to the next character making an attack.
Oh, I guess that's true, but so I'll do that discipline check. So I get a boost if I succeed on gunning. Discipline.
So co-pilot, you're the co-pilot. There's a co-pilot action. Is how you're meant to co-pilot.
Yeah.
All right, do me a fire discipline check.
Nope.
That's fine, though. You know, it doesn't.
Doesn't affect that much.
You made these. You fixed the problems in the guns, and now I need to get used to the fact that they work properly.
Especially you've got a droid also trying to manage these guns and organize things. So there's a bit of trying to work out how that works between you.
But you need to get used to it.
It's good, but.
Yeah.
It's good, but. Okie dokie, William, assuming that you're going to start off.
Yeah, I mean, I think I have to because I think I need to put in evasive maneuvers at this point.
Yes. Please describe evasive maneuvers.
Well, the Thranta is not a nimble beast, but the way that Jack flies her, you might be surprised about that, because it is almost as though he's going very, very smoothly with all of his motions. Everything appears to be going completely smoothly, but then he'll jump back to a spot and it seems very jerky. The motion of the ship he's kind of using to his advantage in how clunky it actually is. He knows how the ship flies. So it's very erratic despite being smooth, which is
He's
very
subverting their
strange.
expectations.
Precisely.
Very Star Wars of you.
Yep.
Okay. Gratz?
I'm just gonna keep doing some damage control and try to get some
It
of that
makes sense
strain
at this
back.
point, yeah. Because at this point, you're not actually taking much damage from the enemy vessel. What you're doing is the ship is struggling to go this fast so quick.
Yeah, I'm just trying to keep the ship from blowing itself apart, basically. So what's my difficulty threshold for this now? How much
It's
strain are
at
we
4.
at?
It's at 4 of 16. So, it's
So you're
20.
still 1, yeah.
Okay. And that's mechanics. Cool.
Okay, there is going to be, there's a report. Actually, your scanners aren't actually this good, so ignore what I'm rolling right now. It's just for me.
Okay.
I don't like it.
I don't
I
like
have a
it.
bad feeling
Don't
for
agree
some
with it.
reason.
Okay, excellent. The TIE fighters are so fast, they catch up. They zoom and move towards you. They're having a hard time getting any hits in. You know, even though they're not taking the shooting action, they are now on your tail and they are firing shots. You're just slowly weaving, moving, making it so that none of these shots hit. You actually have a lot of debris here. You're in the ring of a planetoid. There's actually a lot of stuff that you can just casually make a wide looping turn without straining the ship to get behind them with. They actually are gonna take some strain and immediately try to make a shot. Not only did you angle your defector shields, the boost was last turn, so that's fine. That doesn't
evasive
exist.
maneuvers.
But you did evasive maneuvers, so there is a lot of shenanigans happening here.
Yeah,
There's
one additional difficulty.
this. Oh! It is a hit. It is a hit. They are just launching downrange. You know, the TIEs don't care if they're the blasts from their laser cannons hit the chunks of ice in the ring at all. They are just going through it. This doesn't affect the critical at all. They don't even get a chance to use their linked ability. It's 6 damage. You have a defense of 4, so you're going to take 2 damage to the ship. You have the rocking. You get a shot that goes through the shields on the aft, but you're still fine. You know, she could take a few licks. She could take a bit of this.
That's fine. That's 1/15 of the damage the ship can take. I'm okay.
Next to Voka.
Okay.
How's your athletics? Because you can do manual repairs too with athletics.
I can do that then.
Is it the same check or more difficult?
It's literally the same as damage control, except it's a hard check and it uses athletics.
Yeah, so hard
Okay,
check,
so
which means
3
it's 3.
and
Yeah.
yep.
So it's not the
athletics.
same.
No, but like it does.
This is a shenanigan. This is a shenanigan
It
altogether.
happened. Chad, it happened.
It happened. This is it. This is the moment. you fail, but in some way you have to succeed.
Well, it's a bit weird
Success
because
through failure.
triumphs and failures cancel each other out. So actually, it's just a threat. This system doesn't count that for some reason.
Fair enough.
Because they count as a success.
Yeah. It's true.
Do you want to take the strain on that?
Yeah, I'll take the strain.
You and the ship.
Oh, the ship takes it as well?
That's fine.
Can we take it? Okay,
Ship's
cool.
doing fine.
Yeah.
Ship's doing fine.
It's one of those things where you actually run down to the other side of the ship and start patching up the slight breach. You do not care about the atmosphere breach. You know? You actually fix that totally fine. The downside is you can't fix the damage, and the way you fix that atmosphere breach is, you know, putting more strain on the systems than it's meant to handle. Top of the other round, and it's Will's turn. In the distance, the strange silhouette of the Star Destroyer is ever present. Even though it's so far away, it's not, you're not deemed enough of a threat to be fired upon this thing, if it can even shoot you from this far away. You're very far away from it now. But it's one of those things when you kind of like go above the rings and you see it there, blocking out the light of the star. It's a little chilling.
Yeah.
What would you like to do, Jack?
We need to just keep flying. So we have to fly or drive, and I'm not gonna be able to take the strain myself. I could, but it would be dangerous.
You're just well, you're getting, you know, out of range of the ties and further away from the destroyer, which is good.
That's the idea. Just fly, get us out of here as much as possible.
Now there is actually a boop from R5 at this as he starts plugging in astrogation calculations that he'll roll next turn, because you've reached an appropriate range to try. I'm going to assume, Gratz, what are you going to do next turn?
I am going to... What's our strain like on the ship right now?
4 of 16.
Okay, so we're doing okay. I'll just do a co-pilot check, which is 2 difficulty, and each success downgrades the pilot's next check by 1 difficulty.
Wait a minute. You're good.
I'm waiting. Is it planetary or space piloting that I want to roll?
This is space piloting.
Okay, I figured, just making sure. Sick.
Does that make it harder for me by 1 next time?
No.
Okay. All right.
It's not that mean.
Okay.
The ties have to use their movement to chase, you know? The fact that they're so much faster actually does mean they can get engaged with you.
They can. Yeah.
They get engaged with you, and they're like literally right on your tail. It's one of those things where, Gratz, you check for display, and you're like, what's this display? And it's like the camera on the back of the cargo doors, and there's just 2 ties right there, side by side. Top of the round.
Right on our tail.
Actually, it's not top of the round, it's Voka.
Yep. So this time I think I'm gonna, I'll try and. Oh, sorry, you were saying?
I just realized something that I'll tell you after the fight.
Okay. I am gonna try and do some manual repairs again, just to make sure.
Are you trying to fix strain or damage?
Oh.
It's the same roll, it's just which one are you trying to fix?
Which one are we? Are we issue on strain? Are we having trouble with strain?
Strain is worse right now.
Strain is worse.
I'll fix strain then.
Yeah, you're just like bashing pipes into place, cramming things,
Pretty much, yeah.
turning a big old valve in the engine, stuff like that. Man fixing. No cutesy pressing buttons here.
I mean, I had to do something before this little guy was on board. I'm just doing what I know.
Exactly, yeah, absolutely. You're gonna need to get the ties off the tail, Jack, at the turn of the next order. The scanners pick up 2 more TIE fighters approaching.
from which direction?
They would be approaching from the left, space left.
Port side.
Port side! I knew that! I was challenging you.
Uh-huh.
They are approaching from the port.
Okay.
But they are not within range now. They'll be range. Actually, they are actually in range now. They're in close range, not engaged range. But getting away from one would be getting away from the other if you go starboard, so.
Yeah, I'm even gonna strain myself and move 2 locations away.
Okay, excellent. That will allow R5 to make an astrogation check. It is going to be, this is astrogation is no difficulty when there's not stuff going on, and it's not going to have the extra difficulty it was going to have because of the Navi computer, because you've had the chance to plug it in. There is a blink from the Navi computer, and there's all the lights kind of flicker in the ship, and everything blurs and turns white as you cut into hyperspace. It is a very bumpy ride as literally the Navi computer is like, alert, alert, entering gravity well, as you have to zip around the Star Destroyer, which is, of course, very difficult. I am going to say another 2 strain on the ship. You have to skirt this one. But after that, once you start going through the Blue Ring Nebula, the secret hyperline that travels through the nebula that gets back onto the trade routes of the regular hyperlanes, everything starts to feel much more comfortable. And you can take a breath. And you know what? Great place to end the session. You're getting out of Grey Market.
Okay.
Many friends involved.
Yeah.
Yeah, good time.
I got to kill some stormtroopers that didn't even know it was me.
You did kill Stormtrooper.
Or trooper, and yeah. He went flying satisfyingly.
Kill.
Yeah,
he would have been the Wilhelm scream of the episode, you know.
Yeah. Yes.
Okay. So, until next week, why don't we talk about who we are and why we are? Starting with Dungeon Dad here.
What up?
That's you.
That's me.
Bit of a delay there.
Yeah, no, I just had to. I really just am such a character actor, so I just had to forget that I was not a small bat boy for a minute.
Take out the floppy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, that's me. There's not a whole lot to tell. I have a YouTube channel. It's about cool D&D stuff. There's a lot of monster stuff there. Go check it out. The 100th episode of Monster of the Week just aired. That's crazy. How old am I? Close to 700 by this point, probably. So go watch that. It's great. You can find me on YouTube, or you can find me on Twitter. If you want to, you can also find me on Christian Mingle. Don't forget to subscribe to my Christian Mingle podcast, which you can find on Twitch.
Someone else I want to mingle with is Tesh.
Hi, I'm Tesh of the Tesh Tube. You can find me under that name on YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter. Follow my Twitter for cute animal gifs, and follow my Twitch for once the Monster Hunter PC gets its shit together and I can actually stream it again. I'll be streaming that. And Warframe, Destiny, other RPGs and looter games, that sort of stuff.
Next is William.
Yeah, hi, I'm Will. You can find me on Twitch and Twitter at Will and Graham. I will be streaming at some point this week coming up, although I'm not actually sure when yet, just because I've got secret projects going on that are taking up a lot of my time right now.
Hunting droids.
Yeah. Glow paint may be involved. And
It's certainly involved.
We'll see. Anyways, stay tuned on my Twitter for some announcements coming out pretty soon with regards to those secret projects. My Twitter, as well as actually you should follow Josiah and Ollie as well for no apparent reason and unrelated statements. But
my Twitter's really good. High quality.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. anyways, Ollie, thanks for running the session. It was a ton of fun.
It was great.
Yeah, aside from not knowing any way how space combat works, but that's fine. We'll get better
figured
about
it
it. Or just never have a fight in space again is option number 2.
No.
Don't get in trouble.
That's probably not
I
happening.
Don't
will
get the
find
Imperials
a TIE
hunting
fighter
you.
to steal at one point, and I will at some point.
I don't know why
do a space
you would ever
combat in a
want
TIE fighter.
to do that. But what I want to do is tell you about myself. If you're new, I run another show on Wednesday, which is a D&D 5e game, heavily homebrewed, set in Yavaskia Horn of Plenty. It is pretty hype. And there's also a Monday game. If you support me on Patreon, there is a Patreon link down below. I do a lot of homebrew, and there's also an extra game available for $5 or month. $5 a month, not all month. That is a level 0 game following a bunch of students learning how to be adventurers. I'm super hyped about this. I really like the Star War, and I really like the system. The system is really just, I don't know, it scratches all the right itches. It has its cool own stuff going on. And I hope you join us for the rest of it. Other stuff I'm doing on this stream is Tuesdays, Thursdays, Fridays. Whenever I can, I do little bonus streams. Mostly Pokemon at the moment. I don't know until the day, until I had the muses take me, and I take the muses. It's the way it's worked since the old Grecian days. And follow Twitter for all the updates. That's that. Thank you to everyone. Thank you for all the Patreon supporters. Thank you for all the give bits and subs and bits. And we'll see you in 12 parsecs.
Tune in for the all Gungan game next Sunday.
Oh, God.